What's going on, guys? Badass Reviewer here. Today I'm taking a look at the new Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Final Form FRIEZA. I never got the first one. They came out a couple years ago, and I would have to say, based on what I've seen, I'm definitely glad I have this version over the last one, just because from what I saw, they have fixed a couple problems. Well, at least I think. I don't really know what the problems were before, but I know one of the problems was that this joint right here was painted white, and honestly, I don't know what the hell they were thinking doing that, because that would look like shit. Whereas at least, you know, this, while it doesn't really match up, it at least, you know, isn't this like eyesore where you have white bleeding into the purple. Man, I can't speak. Anyways, so I definitely think that is a nice improvement. I mean, granted, you got the purple bleeding into the white now, but I would honestly rather have that in a section where you don't really see his underarm, as opposed to on top of his arms where you're going to see that more often. So I'm really glad they fixed that, but you know, I'm sure that there is a lot more problems that I didn't know about, and there might still be problems, but as far as I know, this figure is pretty good. I'd say my only gripe is he seems a little too small. If we take a look here with Goku, he just seems a little too small. Like, I don't remember Frieza being this tiny. Really small, in my opinion, especially when you look at him next to Goku. Just pathetically small. So I don't know. I feel like if they ever made a 2.0 version of Frieza, that I hope that they would, you know, size him up a little bit so he's not so scrawny. Which, at the same time, if they do make a 2.0 version relatively soon, I'm going to be a little upset, because now I'm going to have to buy another Frieza, and then this one practically becomes like worthless. So then I've just got this tiny little Frieza figure moping around and whatnot, so I guess we'll find out. In terms of the figure itself, though, other than his size problem, it is very nice looking. I really like the shiny metallic purple they added to him. Very nice looking. Like I said, the arm part right here isn't metallic. It's not the same type of purple, but you know, at least it's not like a white eyesore that the original version would have been. So that's nice. The paint on him is very nice. They added a nice little blue hue to him, which is very nice. Kind of gives it a little more detail. Definitely kind of gives a more of the anime look from the show. And I think the sculpt overall, it's pretty good. So, I mean, not a whole lot to complain about this guy. I just wish he was a little bit taller. He's also using the old style SH Figuart body. So the legs, honestly, I've never been a big fan of these legs. I definitely prefer the 2.0 version legs that have been coming on the more recent Dragon Ball figures, such as Goku here. So, you know, I would imagine at some point they're going to re-release this guy, probably fix the size problems and other issues there might be, and give him the new joints for that. At least we can hope. Now, in terms of accessories, he comes with the ball of death, or whatever it's called. So that's very nice. It comes on this translucent kind of stand that you hook onto his wrist, and you can make it look like he's going to blow up your review stand or something like that, or whatever you want to call it. He also comes with this flight stand here, which is very nice. So that's nice to have, because honestly, he doesn't stand up all too well, in my opinion. I mean, I got him standing now, but he's using like that gripping foot thing, and I feel like that's kind of the only thing that's keeping him from like falling forward a little bit. But if you take a look at the other accessories here, I'm not going to pull them out of their box, but he comes with a halo that actually plugs into the top of the head there. I think that's because of the Resurrection F that they brought that in. He comes with this cross-eyed, kind of scared face. He comes with this one like, so you didn't use any lube when you stuck it up my butt. These relaxed hands. That's just the fist that he comes with. I just put him in here for that. I'm guessing this is like a nose picking or butt scratching finger. So it probably looks something like this. Another posed hand. 2 Kai blaster hands. An alternate tail, which has this little loop here, so you could probably wrap it around someone's neck if you wanted to. The crossed arms here, which I'm almost thinking about just putting on him because for some reason his arms don't want to stay in the joints very well, and I don't know if that's a problem with everybody or just mine, but I almost kind of just want to put that in there, and it's a nice pose too. And then he comes with his death beam, which is very nice, very translucent in the center, and then it's got the nice kind of I'd say ruby red for the blast effect, which is really cool. And that has a little peg here that you can put into the flight stand so that you can have him shooting that. And then he comes with the 2 sets of gripping paws or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, he comes with some nice accessories. I think he is missing an accessory from the first release, and I think that was I think it was a rock or something. So that's kind of the one thing he's missing, but it's not too big of a deal for me. I'm pretty happy with the accessories he's got now. I probably wouldn't even use the rocks, so there's that. So yeah, overall I think it's a really nice figure. I'm trying to take this off. Oh man, I'm scared. Alright, there you go. So yeah, it's easier to pop that on and off with his hand not connected. But so yeah, overall I think the figure is very nice. I just wish he was a little bit taller. It's really my main gripe. But in terms of articulation, the head, it's your pretty stereotypical Dragon Ball figure. So the head's on a ball peg with the swivel and whatnot, double ball peg. So there's that. So that gets pretty much every range of movement that you could possibly want. The head can move all around and whatnot. The arms are on a double ball peg, so you can get full range of motion there. Get a nice windmill effect going. They go forward and back, rotate 360 degrees. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which mine seems to be a little tight up in here, and I kind of thought maybe it wasn't even connected all the way. So I tried pushing that in, and that didn't do much. He's got an upper chest movement, which can get a nice range of movement there. But then he also has movement in the lower part of the torso, so that gets you even more movement. So if you wanted to get him in some dynamic poses, like he's getting his ass whooped or something, or some other crazy pose that you can think of, he can probably do it pretty well. The legs, they're on that old kind of ball joints where they they go down and then you can move them back up, but they get pretty good range of motion. I don't feel like they go out all too terribly well. I mean, he can do the splits, so I guess really that's all you can kind of ask for out of him, because it's about as far as any other guy's going to go. Double jointed knees, rotation and then he's got a ball peg here, so you can rotate there and whatnot, and move his feet and all that good jazz. And then when you take a look at the tail as well has a ball peg in the back of it, so you can rotate that around very nicely. My one gripe with it is that it doesn't seem to stay in very well, so when you're posing it around, it just kind of pops out. I don't feel like the peg hole for it is very tight to hold it in there, so really you're going to have to just move them around, and if it pops out, just pop it back in. But it almost pops out a little too easy when you're messing with it, but it's not a problem when you're just posing them. Really not too big of a deal, but I wish it wouldn't just pop out easily as I'm trying to move it around for a quick fix. Anyways, overall, definitely a good figure. Pick it up if you haven't got the original release of FRIEZA, because this one's definitely better in that regard, and he's a lot cheaper than that one, because I think that one runs for like $200 now. I do feel like there is going to be a second version of him in the future, and I hope when they do that they make him a little bit beefier in terms of size, or if maybe they'll just come out with 100% FRIEZA or whatever the hell he's called, 100%. So that'll be really cool. But in the meantime, I'm satisfied with this. He'll look very nice with the rest of my Rogues gallery of DBZ figures and heroes. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. You know, don't go. I don't even know what I'm saying. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.